You're listening to the Real Estate Entrepreneur Podcast with Terrence Murphy, where we cover sales, investing, and entrepreneurship with an emphasis on real estate. Each podcast, Terrence and his guests will bring you informative and inspiring information within the real estate industry.
So welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Entrepreneur with Terrence Murphy. Today I'm going to do a single episode or a solo episode, and I'm going to start off with a quote. It says, "People complain about the cost of a book, a seminar, or a coach, but they don't consider the cost of being in the same place next year." Really good quote. And so I just want to expand on that a little bit and just give you some thoughts behind why you need a coach. If you start going down and just studying some of the best athletes, and I'll talk about athletics. I can talk about coaches for anything, but let's just talk athletes because obviously I was an athlete. And you think about like the Michael Jordans of the world, the Kobe Bryants, the Tiger Woods, the LeBron James, the Jerry Rices, all these great athletes that are just, and like Kobe even transcended, Michael's obviously even transcended athletics. They've transcended into business, become business moguls. They all have coaches. They all read books. They all participate in seminars. Now, I think the scary part is this culture that we've created now is as soon as someone gets a little bit of a platform or a little bit of success, they run out and create a class or a seminar, and they start trying to sell and create a new revenue stream through that. And I'm the complete opposite. People have been asking me to write a book and do courses and classes for 14, 15 years. And I just now started a podcast, and it came off of that one post. That post with me and Erica posted about us buying a commercial strip center like 5 years ago. And people were like, "Where's your course? Where's your ebook? Where's your podcast?" And I'm like, I don't have an ebook. I don't have a course. I don't have a podcast. I don't have a coaching business. I don't have anything, because that wasn't the mentality. I wasn't trying to sell anything. I was trying to inspire. But I will tell you, I've made a progression as an entrepreneur and realized I do have something that's special that I can package up and help people. And, to try to make it to a place where they can have the roadmap and the breadcrumbs to go to that next level in life. So think about it just, when you read someone's book that they write, this is why reading's so important. Readers are leaders. When you read someone's book that has experienced all these things and they put it in a book, and you can read their book in 1 week or 2 weeks, and now you have all their knowledge, their wisdom, their experiences for a book price and time. It accelerates you as that person. That's the whole reason why people go and get degrees from universities, because the whole purpose is to go accelerate your learning capabilities so then you can go out into the workplace and be more valuable. The beautiful thing now is we can do it with coaches and with seminars with books. And so I translate all that back. The reason I wanted to take my time before starting the podcast or starting a course is because I really wanted to vet out what I was doing and really know it in and out. And I'm saying this with no pat on the back and no arrogance. You put me on the stage with anybody in the real estate game in the United States, hell, in the world, but let's just say United States, and no one's going to talk around me, over me, or under me, period. Real estate sales is what I do at a high level. Development in real estate investing is what I do at a high level. And growing businesses that have repeatable processes is something that I'm growing into a really high level expert at. So the podcast is real estate, entrepreneurship, sales, investing, and entrepreneurship. And I'm passionate about those things. So I'll give you a couple thoughts before we close. This will be a short episode. I go back to the quote, and I want you to think about it. Are you focused on the cost of a book, a seminar, or a coach? Or are you focused on the cost of being in the same place next year? A lot of us have these dreams and these desires, but we're not investing in ourselves. We're not reading the books. So you can't be a leader if you're not a reader. You can't apply wisdom without the knowledge. And I remember reading that in Proverbs when I was 23 years old. And I said, you know what? I'm finna go pursue knowledge like I never have. I had never read a book front to back but once. And I read the Bible. That's it. And I read, I think, 38 books in less than 2 years. And that started my entrepreneurial career. That started my investing career. And that gave me that foundation. So I'm challenging you, if you're listening to this episode, what are you going to do to invest in yourself? 3 categories. What seminars are you going to go to? But before you just jump on the next seminar, make sure that they have a track record that's repeatable, and make sure you're going to get real content that you can use, that you can own and leverage and execute. Then what books are you going to read? I'm doing a 52-week challenge right now with our organization. We're reading 52 books in 52 weeks, 1 book a week. And we get in the room every Monday morning. We meet 5 days a week, but we get in the room every Monday morning and we go over the book of the week. And so some people listen to it on Audible, some people listen to it on YouTube and let it play. But the point is having that accountability in place to read those books. And I can tell you, I've already seen a lot of people in my organization's lives be changed by reading those books. It's crazy to see them like evolve right in front of my eyes. And the conversations that I'm having with them now one-on-one and as a group are starting to elevate because they're reading. And then the last thing, obviously you got the books and the seminars, but that content, I guess book, seminars, and content in one, like podcast, YouTube. Don't bounce around. Find you 2 to 3 people that you resonate with and just stay in the saddle with them. Like give them a commitment of 90 days or 6 months or whatever to truly just digest their content. Because if you jump from influencer to influencer, which I hate that word influencer, I hate it with a passion. Everybody wants to be an influencer, but no one's really doing the real work. They just want you to see their highlight reel. And I always say, just like sports, a highlight reel, which is just crazy that Instagram named it that, is they're taking the best moments of their year, their life, their day. They're perfecting it. They're turning on the pictures and the angles, and they got the makeup on and the this and the that. And they're showing you a reel of their life. The hard part is you have kids, you have a spouse, you get tired, you're exhausted, you didn't work out, you didn't get a chance to lose those 5 pounds, whatever it is, eat what you wanted to eat. So you're now competing against their highlight reel with your normal day-to-day life. And I feel like that's why we struggle so much in this area, because we're competing against people's highlight reels. So the word influencer, I do not like. I dislike it with a strong passion. I feel like, are you an expert that has truly done what you're saying? Because if you can just post some highlight reels and dance on some TikTok videos, which is cool, I love it. Dance and have fun, live life. But that shouldn't make you an influencer because you're not really doing anything of substance. Now, if you're putting out real content and you're inspiring me and you're saying, hey, this is how you do deals, then that's some substance. But now if you're making me laugh, that's substance. But a lot of times we put too much worth in this influencer mentality. Let's focus on, is this coach, this person who's asking me to buy their course or their training or coaching or read their book, let's study who they really are and have they really done what they said they're doing. And if they have and they resonate with you, then get behind them. So I close with that thought process. Don't be in the same place next year. You are here to evolve. Everything that we are evolves. Trees evolve. Animals evolve. Life evolves. And so if you're stagnant and you're not growing, then you're complacent. So my challenge to you is don't be in the same place next year. What books are you going to read? Push yourself outside your comfort zone. What seminars are you going to get involved in? What podcasts and YouTube videos are you going to watch? And what coach are you going to hire? So we now have the Real Estate Entrepreneur podcast. Obviously, you're listening to it, but we now have the coaching. We had a very high demand of people wanting me to roll out the coaching, and we now have the coaching courses. So we have 3 paths: $1 billion real estate agent, 5 levels, $1 billion real estate investor, and then $1 billion real estate entrepreneur, and the AMA group coaching every 2 weeks. So go check it out on terrencemurphy.com, click on coaching, and go check out the new courses. And I didn't talk about this to plug my courses, I've been saying these quotes for years before I ever even thought about coaching anybody. But I'm just telling you, in order to be great at anything, whether you're, like I said, Jordan, Tiger Woods, or LeBron James, you need a coach. It's the only way you're going to get to that next level, because you will get to a place, and everybody can get there. I included, went as far as I can go by myself, but then I needed to get someone to help me go to that next level. And that's my challenge to you guys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for all the 5-star reviews. If you can just take 30 seconds and leave a review, it'll mean a lot to us. And it's helping us bring in really cool guests. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it organic, keep it real. If you got any ideas on how you'd like to see the podcast change up and switch, give me your feedback. Thank you.